Here is our quick roadmap for today. We'll start with the new video divide, then look at how AI video consistency is being perfected, check out the magic of instant edits, discuss the deepfake threat, and finally unpack the massive rise of raw authenticity. All right, part one, the new video divide. So we are currently split between two total extremes. On one hand, we've got generative algorithms that can simulate reality absolutely perfectly, down to the exact way light bounces off a window pane. But on the other hand, we have human viewers who are increasingly treating that absolute perfection as an automatic red flag. It's a real paradox. To understand why this backlash is happening, we first have to appreciate just how incredibly good the AI has actually become. Which brings us to part two, perfecting AI video consistency. The leap in quality recently is just staggering. Take systems like EquiVDM, for example. When you look at how it generates a car's reflections or a person's hands unboxing a package, they don't warp or glitch out like early AI video used to. EquiVDM uses what researchers call temporally consistent noise. Basically, by attaching a noise texture to a 3D mesh and warping it to the image plane, they generate highly stable 3D consistent frames that perfectly match the ground truth. The AI isn't just wildly guessing frame by frame anymore. It literally understands the object in 3 dimensions. And the real secret sauce behind this? Multimodal inputs. This is what's driving groundbreaking models like ByteDance's CDance 2.5. Instead of just typing in a text prompt and hoping for the best, you are feeding the AI a comprehensive mood board of data. You give it character sheets, audio files for pacing, even full 3D assets for spatial relationships. 50. That is the exact number of multimodal references CDance 2.5 can process at a single time. By pooling all 50 of these references simultaneously, the model can hold the visual and auditory identity completely stable across a full 30-second clip. Just think about that for a second. You could have a full 30-second commercial where the actor's face, the lighting, and the product never shift or distort even slightly. We're also seeing incredible advancements in editing existing footage without needing massive paired datasets. Frameworks like Nova are using something they call sparse control and dense synthesis. In plain English, you just edit a few keyframes, and Nova uses those as temporal anchors to inject fine-grained motion cues across the whole video. It completely eliminates texture drift and those weird hallucinated backgrounds. The AI keeps the original motion perfectly intact while flawlessly applying your edits. Moving on to part three, the magic of instant edits. What's really wild is how this massive processing power translates to consumer-level tools. Take Runway Gen 4. It now uses entity-level encoding to accept 3 distinct image references for a single prompt. You can give it a primary subject reference, a style or environment reference, and a supporting details reference. You're essentially handing the AI visual building blocks, letting it precisely recreate your specific characters and moods across completely different scenes. It gives everyday users unprecedented, predictable control. And the speed is just as mind-blowing. With tools like Luma AI, you can take a single starting frame and style transfer an entire video in seconds, just by typing a descriptive text prompt. For instance, a creator recently showed how you can upload a simple video of a tiger, select that first frame, and just type a prompt to put the tiger in a vintage Wing Chun white uniform. In seconds, the AI applied that complex style transfer across the entire moving clip. It is, quite literally, instant movie magic. Now, part 4, the deepfake threat. As we move through this explainer, we absolutely have to acknowledge the dark side of this technology. Deepfakes are heavily powered by generative adversarial networks, or GANs. These are basically two neural systems locked in a constant competition, improving each other until the fake media is virtually indistinguishable from reality. And thanks to cheap cloud GPUs and open-source models, deepfakes have evolved way beyond novelty face swaps. They are now high-fidelity tools used in serious crimes. The International Journal of Law notes a massive, very concerning surge in malicious applications. We're seeing identity fraud specifically designed to bypass banking security systems. There are extortion schemes using fabricated kidnapping videos. In 2024 alone, voice clones were used to scam corporations out of millions, and we are seeing highly sophisticated political disinformation campaigns designed to sway public opinion. This technology is actively being used to exploit systems and individuals. This quote from the International Journal of Law really hits the nail on the head. This total erosion of digital truth is exactly what triggers our cultural pendulum to swing in the complete opposite direction. When perfection can be faked so easily and so maliciously, human beings naturally begin to search for a new metric of trust. Which brings us to the resolution of our paradox in Part 5, the rise of raw authenticity. In a feed that is absolutely flooded with perfect lighting, smooth drone shots, and seamless AI transitions, a shaky phone clip acts as a psychological pattern interrupt. Consumer data actually backs this up, with 88% of people saying authenticity matters when choosing brands. When everything looks perfectly polished, our brains immediately flag it as an ad, and we just keep scrolling. A raw video tells the viewer's brain, hey, this is a real human, not a corporate sales pitch. So how do you execute this strategy? Well, it's not about choosing amateur over professional. You are simply choosing human connection over a corporate aesthetic. Ditch the DSLR on a tripod for a handheld phone. Swap out the harsh ring lights for natural window light. Instead of reading a teleprompter, just use a few bullet points and speak naturally. And for editing, simple cuts, no flashy transitions. It is all about intentional simplicity. And if you think this only works for small, independent creators, no way. Massive brands are dominating with lo-fi content. The skincare brand The Ordinary has 1.2 million followers, and their team just films quick product explanations in plain rooms without scripts. Duolingo went massively viral by just having someone run around their office in an owl suit with a smartphone. Ryanair completely flipped their public perception with self-aware, zero-budget selfie videos mocking their own service. They proved that ditching the huge production budget for quick, personality-driven clips yields vastly superior engagement. You can literally build this exact capability right now using a simple 5-step habit. Block out 15 minutes 3 times a week. Write 3 bullet points to keep yourself on track. Hit record and talk to the camera like a friend. Try to do it in one take. Just trim the dead air at the beginning and the end, and then post it immediately before you have a chance to overthink it. By prioritizing consistency and speed over endless revisions, you'll build a library of highly trusted content. Finally, you want to make sure that hard-earned trust doesn't just live and die on social media. Using tools like Smashballoon to embed your raw TikToks and Instagram Reels directly onto your website is incredibly powerful. When a new visitor lands on your homepage and sees a grid of raw, unscripted video, it instantly proves that there are real, relatable people behind the brand. You are effectively exporting social trust directly to your storefront. So I want to leave you with this final thought to chew on as we wrap up this explainer. As algorithms fully master the art of generating absolute perfection on demand, is digital trust now found entirely in our human imperfections? The occasional the messy desk, the slightly shaky camera, these might just be the new gold standard for truth. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I highly encourage you to try picking up your phone and hitting record right now. See you next time.